Hello friends, welcome back to gabeiguess, the channel where I do whatever I want, say whatever I want, and you can't stop me. To ring in the new year, today I come bearing my 2025 predictions. Because as we know, 2024 was an interesting year, and I thought if all that stuff could happen in 2024, then literally anything could happen in 2025. So I wrote up a bunch of predictions onto my phone, and I'm just going to read them off to you and explain my reasoning as to why I think these will happen. To start off a little tame and ease into the more extreme ones, a famous movie from over 10 years ago will finally get a sequel announced. Now this will be a movie that we don't already know is getting a sequel, but a movie that is well beloved and everybody wants a sequel for. So Coraline, basically, for example. I think something as big as Coraline will get a sequel and everyone will be like off the walls for it. Everyone will be so excited for it. It won't necessarily come out next year, but it will be announced next year. Next, I want to get this one out of the way. I don't think TikTok will be banned. TikTok has become such a cultural phenomenon over the past 6 years, and I don't see it being just zapped away like that. I think someone will buy it, or it'll get saved, or the law won't be passed for some reason. Something will happen. I don't think TikTok will be banned. And if it is banned, I don't think it'll be banned for long. Next one is a personal want for me. Crumble Cookie canceled or shut down. Now, Crumble Cookies has already been in many different conspiracies over the past few years. Past year, really. But I'm really hoping it gets shut down because I hate Crumble Cookie and it's so unhealthy and it's just disgusting. I can't. Next one I have written down as Popeyes Chicken Sandwich Part 2. If you don't remember, like a couple years back, Popeyes released a chicken sandwich and it was literally like the MacGuffin. Everybody wanted it. Everybody wanted to have a taste of that chicken sandwich and people literally got injured. And I think some people died. That might be wrong. But it was a big thing. Like people fought for this chicken sandwich. And I think there will be a food that will be so monumental to the culture that people will literally start bearing arms for this next food. I don't know what it will be, but I think something will transcend Crumble Cookie, will transcend the fucking Grimace Shake, and it will be a big event just like the Popeye chicken sandwich. I don't want people to die though. I don't think people will die, but I think it will be a big thing. The next one I have is an extinct animal will come back or an animal will go extinct. I could totally see the latter happening. I know there's like a whole bunch of animals that are about to go extinct. Let me look some up. Mountain gorillas, black rhinos, African forest elephants, the list goes on. One of those I think will happen in this next coming year because I remember they got like really close to like finding out their breakthrough of how to bring back extinct animals, but it's also very highly likely that an animal will go extinct because of the climate and everything that's happening, and that's very like I could totally see that happening, which is really unfortunate. But yeah. The new iPhone will have overheating and explosion problems. If you don't remember, like 10 years ago, that Samsung phone that had big explosion problems and one like exploded on a plane or something, I could totally see that happening with the new iPhone. I think something is gonna happen with this new iPhone because it's rumored that it's gonna be one of those flipping phones that Samsung and Motorola have been doing for years. And for some reason, my brain just thinks something's gonna go wrong with it, and I don't know why. And I have in parentheses here that it may cause a boycott. I know Apple sales are decreasing, and I know a lot of people are turning on Apple because their prices are going up, and there's really nothing new about these new fucking phones that makes them worth like $1,500. So I could see some kind of revolution or boycott against Apple happening. This one's a given. I could see AI becoming even bigger than it already is. Everything you see is going to be AI, and I wrote here in parentheses that Uber is going to start having self-driving cars. I think that's already happening somewhere here in LA. I live in LA and I'm already seeing like self-driving taxis and stuff. So I could totally see Uber incorporating that. Just in general, AI is going to get way bigger and it's not going to be a good thing. This one I'm a little bit scared for, and it pained me to write this. Stranger Things season 5 is going to be bad, or it's going to have a bad ending. I'm excited but also terrified to see Stranger Things 5. I don't know, I feel like something as big as Stranger Things needs to have a very good ending, and I really am scared that they're just not going to hit it, and I'm really scared about it, but we'll see. The next one, a major singer will release a highly anticipated album and it will sound like shit. I'm not gonna name names, I'm not gonna say any artists that I think this will happen to, but I don't know, I feel like lately we've had albums that were either really good or not so good. And I'm really scared because there's a lot of artists that I heard are going to be releasing music. I'm really nervous that it might not sound great, or it might miss the mark, or it'll be underwhelming. Fingers crossed that it's not, but you know. My next prediction is kind of on the same vein as the last one. I think JoJo Siwa is going to release a new song and people are actually going to listen to it and be like, wait, this actually kind of eats. I think JoJo Siwa is going to have some kind of renaissance. I'm not even gonna confine that to 2025. I think I'm just gonna say that in general. Sometime in the future, JoJo Siwa's gonna release music and people are actually gonna like it. Now, her music now is not that great, and I admit that. But I could see JoJo has potential. Okay, JoJo has potential. Listen to me, hear me out. JoJo has potential, and I think she could have her own Addison Rae style pop breakthrough, and I see that for her. Next one is aliens will be caught on camera. I'm not saying they will literally be caught on camera like on Earth, but I can picture like NASA releasing a really grainy photo of like some kind of weird life in space and be like, this is evidence of aliens, this might be aliens, and everyone's gonna be like, whoa, you know, it might like trip people up, because they already kind of did that when they announced that aliens like are real, like by science. I don't remember like how they came to that conclusion, but I remember they like announced somewhere, like the government said like, oh, aliens are real, and everyone was like, holy shit, aliens are real. But like we already knew that. Like, we know aliens are real. Like, we just need to know, like, what they look like and how they behave. You know what I mean? I think they might be caught on camera. Maybe. We'll see. Next one I have is Mr. Beast's video gone wrong. I think Mr. Beast is going to meet his match. I think Mr. Beast is going to make a video, and it's going to be such a grand scale video, but it's going to go terribly wrong. I'm not saying someone's going to die, but I'm saying it's going to go bad. Like, I'm saying something really big is going to happen. It's going to really taint his career. I'm not wishing pain on Mr. Beast, but all I'm saying is I can see it coming. That's it. Now I'm gonna move on to predictions about award shows. I love talking about award shows and I love watching award shows. So I'm gonna predict the Grammys and the Oscars right now. Okay, the Record of the Year nominees are Now and Then by the Beatles, Texas Hold'em by Beyonce, Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter, 360 by Charlie XCX, Bird of a Feather by Billie Eilish, Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar, Good Luck Babe by Chappell Roan, and Fortnite by Taylor Swift. Record of the Year is about the song. It's about the production and everything that goes into the song sonically. Now, if you couldn't already tell, I kind of like Taylor Swift. I also love every other artist and song nominated for this category. I think 360 is going to get Record of the Year. There was no other experience like listening to Brat for the first time, and I genuinely believe that in my gut. That album is such a masterclass in production, in storytelling, in creative vision. I could go off about Brat for hours. The Album of the Year nominees are New Blue Sun by Andre 3000, Cowboy Carter by Beyonce, Short and Sweet by Sabrina Carpenter, Brat by Charlie XCX, This Album by Jacob Collier, Heavy Heart and Soft by Billie Eilish, The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess by Chappell Roan, and The Tortured Poets Department by Taylor Swift. For Album of the Year, I'm going to say Brat again. I think Brat is going to sweep this year at the Grammys. If it doesn't go to Brat, I think it'll go to Hit Me Hard and Soft. That album was also fantastic, and I think it could be a tie between two of them. I could honestly see either of them winning. Next is Song of the Year, which is about songwriting and everything that goes into the writing of the song. And the nominees for that are A Bar Song Tipsy, Birds of a Feather, Die With a Smile, Fortnite, Good Luck Babe, Not Like Us, Please Please Please, and Texas Hold'em. I think it's gonna go to Good Luck Babe. I think that song is brilliant in a songwriting perspective and really paints a story that you can't forget. Especially that bridge. That bridge is beautiful. I think it's gonna get Song of the Year. Best New Artist nominees are Benson Boone, Sabrina Carpenter, Doechii, another artist I can't pronounce, Ray, Chappell Roan, Shabuzi, and Teddy Swims. It's gonna go to Chappell Roan, let's be real. Like, who else would it go to? But Doechii has had a really crazy last few months, and I could totally see her getting Best New Artist, as well as Sabrina Carpenter. Although Sabrina Carpenter is not a new artist. I love Sabrina Carpenter so much. She's not a new artist, although I could see her getting Best New Artist. But Chappell Roan has been the talk of the town for the entire year. It's gonna be Chappell Roan, and if it's not Chappell Roan, it'll be Sabrina Carpenter. If it's not Sabrina Carpenter, then it's Doechii, and if it's not either of those three, then I will be shocked. So at the time of recording this, the Oscars nominees have not been announced yet, but I'm just gonna go off of a couple movies that have come out, and I'm just gonna talk about what I think will be nominated for Best Picture. Let's get this out of the way. First is Wicked, and I think Wicked will win Best Picture. Wicked has been on people's minds since the Super Bowl, and it has since then only grown, and it was such a big thing before the movie even released. And also the movie's just amazing. The movie's brilliant. I just saw it again since it came out on streaming. Amazing. Beautiful movie. I love musicals. I love The Wizard of Oz. Wicked is fantastic. It'll win Best Picture. And if it doesn't win Best Picture, then I will be mad. Other movies I could see being considered are Dune Part 2. I have not seen Dune 1 or 2, and I don't really care to see them. But Dune 1 swept at the Oscars a couple years ago, and I could totally see it sweeping again. This one is more of just a dream. The Substance. The Substance was so amazing, and I think it's one of the best body horror movies I've ever seen. And I am not a body horror fan. I actually really hate body horror because it really gets to me. And I don't hate it because it's a bad genre. I hate it because it's really effective. And The Substance does such a good job at painting a picture of a bunch of different themes about unattainable beauty standards, the way entertainment industries treat women. Like, it's such a great story, and the way they use horror and body horror to tell that story is remarkable, to say the least. Horror movies are notoriously snubbed for Oscars in general. I can't remember the last time a horror movie was nominated for an Oscar, but who knows? Maybe The Substance can push that boundary. And I hope it does, because that movie's amazing. And highly recommend if you haven't seen it. Another horror movie, fairly recent, Nosferatu. That movie was amazing. I just saw it a couple days ago. Amazing. I want to see it again. It was directed by Robert Eggers, and I think his previous movie, The Lighthouse, was nominated for an Oscar when it came out. I'm not really sure. Maybe it wasn't, and I'm just thinking out loud. But like I said, horror movies are not nominated for Oscars like ever, really. So another dream, but hopefully. Challenges was a big thing, and I've heard really, really good reviews about it. I haven't seen it, but I'm sure it'll probably get nominated. And I'm sure there'll be a bunch of other like foreign movies I've never seen, or movies I just never even heard of, that will get nominated, and that'll probably force me to watch them because I love watching movies I've never seen. But yeah, that wraps up my 2025 predictions. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope a lot of these don't come true. In all honesty, I'm just hoping this year is better than last year, even though last year had really, really high moments. It also had really, really low moments. So I'm really hoping this year brings in some positivity, even though I know a lot of you are not looking forward to this next year due to certain circumstances. But we just gotta push through and hope that we can make the year the best it possibly can be. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and this is Gabe signing out. See ya.